Well, morning, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? I still got a dog to feed. It's just about 9 o'clock. West Coast time, still the 4th of April 2026 for a Saturday. And we are dealing with today. Okay, so much for the damn dramatics. In the Christian, well, I know there's a certain proper word. My brain is still trying to figure shit out on here. But in what we believe in and what we follow and what history is, that today was the day that Christ was still buried in a tomb, and people thought he was long gone. Long gone. You got something dribbled out of your dog. Ugh. Anyway, I know there's people out there trying to say, and trying to puff out chests, put on on the soapboxes, and telling you guys that they are important. They. You must listen to them because they are they. I can't deal with that one. I mean, we all have it. We all have that certain ego situation. We have that old little son of a bitch that still keeps trying to tell us one way or another that you should listen to us because we say so. Well, I'm already screwed up in the head right now as it is. Okay? I don't need somebody else trying to tell me what I need to see, what I need to feel, and if I'm that special or not. I'm a pain in the ass. I'm a bite in the ass. I know that. I'm a fool. I'm an idiot. And on a day like today, which is day before Easter, I have yet to get my basket filled with eggs and grass and candies. Well, because I'm delaying the action at this point anyway. Somewhere around here, I'll find the grass and put it in there. If I've got enough grass right now, as it is. I put in plastic eggs with candy in it and do the photography, and that's about it. I got lazy concerning about dyeing the eggs. I don't know if God's going to strike me down for that one or not. I hope not. I got eggs for representation. Still got the candy from 1 or 2 years ago. It's still edible. I'm diabetic. I'm eating slowly. But I still have eggs that are important. They're cold, they're frozen, they're hard. I can just put them in there and hope to God that the bugs don't get to them. But the thing I can ask is, I don't know who to ask. And I don't know what I'm going to ask. But I'm going to ask anyway. This holiday means so much for the Easter, for Christians. And maybe people would use this as an advertisement, but me, I gotta say that I am doing my videos because I needed to get stuff off the chest originally. And I don't want my ego inflated. I've seen people damaged by him, by what egos can do, and when they're force-fed this shit, or that they constantly drink it up by somebody else who's got a more vile tongue than anything else. More of a kiss-ass routine. Paula White. Easter services a few days ago in the White House, just to push an agenda and push something down his road, like I've seen other people try to do. They want people to listen to him because they want to feed their egos. I did my channel to talk to people about the things I've gone through in my life. And originally it was supposed to be a lifeboat for me, a memory lifeboat. Of course I could do audio recordings to talk about it in private videos and that's about it. But no, because it was occurring to me at times that other people when they passed away, they didn't have a chance to talk about their lives. And if they made a difference in someone else's life, directly or indirectly, and without having the ego stroked, maybe they were going to help somebody else without even realizing it. And if they were helping them out, then maybe they had a sense of purpose, that they actually did a job, that they actually did something that people honestly appreciated, that care about. I'm not saying how great I am. I'm full of an idiot. I denigrate myself all the damn time. I'm a follower of Christ, yes. I struggle with faith. I know Christ and God are real. I know. Kind of hard to talk to other people about it without feeling the ego. I don't want it. But if I am to spread the message about God and Jesus, still alive, still kicking in whatever format they live in, and that eventually I'm going to join it, it'd be nice to talk to people, just talk. Not push, not shove, not expect anything in return. Tell a story. I wanted to be a storyteller when I was a young kid. I watched stories. I wanted to do one. I wanted to be those kind of authors and writers that I came across. No talent. It's not much of it anyway. A lot of imagination. I could build shit with Lego. Put it in a perspective, put it into a context. The adventures would be stuck in my head. At least some things that mattered anyway. Others I got inspired to do some things or some writings. And I got too damn scared of not having it published because I didn't think it was good enough. It wasn't structured enough. It wasn't. Well, maybe it ain't. But it's out there somewhere. That means something to me. I'm not trying to shove shit down people's throats. I'm telling them something that when I go, I want a legacy. I want something saying that I was here. Not pushing shit down people's throats, but if I was helping people out, if I was a presence in their life that actually helped instead of looking to suck things out of people, I wanted to be humbled and humiliated. Go and do the job, and that's about it. Not just be a slave to a system, but do something that mattered to me. I'm not great at anything, okay? I'm not putting out that I am the greatest. Screw that noise. I'm a schmuck. I'm a fool. I'm an idiot. And I'm telling people what my life is like and was like. I'm telling people the emotional stuff I'm going through and the physical stuff I'm going through. And the spiritual, I guess. Maybe in a way, I am fishing. Well, Christ did say we can always be fishermen. Reeling the catch. And the catch is for people to hear a word of something that mattered a great deal. Now, I am a lousy evangelicus, lousy preacher. So I'm not pushing shit down people's throats. I'm not looking for payback or expectations at this point. We got systems, we got mechanizations out there that want the feedback. We got the zeros and ones out there that want it. We got these other people who are ego-driven, one way or another. I have to keep my ego at bay. I've seen how damaging my ego can be. It scares the hell out of me. I've seen my Mr. Hyde. Trust me, you look in the mirror and you see your mirror image. You know. You know. You feel it. feel the iciness, the coldness in you. Not caring about anything or anybody that matters. Of any form. I know I'm full of an idiot. I know that, but shit, I don't want to be that way, pushing shit down people's throats. I've seen too much of it already. I'm seeing too much of it already in this time. People have these weird expectations. Well, let them have the weird expectations. Me, I'm still trying to deal with life on life's terms. They got an egomaniac being force-fed by a demon who's claiming that she's spiritual, and she's claiming that Trump is like Christ. You were thinking about when this was coming, right? You were expecting it? Yeah, all the way. She, like others, are trying to force-feed their values on others because they've got their own damn agendas, they've got their own damn egos going on. They're following someone else, and they're falsely claiming that the person they're representing, sponsored the crap. It didn't. They didn't. They did not. But me, I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with right now. I'm seeing an old man not realizing that he had the power to do stuff that could change people's lives for the better. But he's been enriching himself and others. But he hasn't been what others claimed he's supposed to be. And he's getting his ass kicked on this one way or another. He'll go to heaven. No. He'll go up to the gates of heaven and get denied. Because using Christ's name in vain, just to satisfy him, Christ wouldn't want that. Never wanted that in the first place. Never demanded that of his people. Whatever values he had, he was telling his disciples not to be this way, and keep it simple, keep it real. Kingdom of God inside of you guys. Recognize it, feel it, embrace it. Share that love, share that gift with others. Be of a help, not a hindrance. And even if the guy hates your ass, be empathetic to the bastard. If he's going to smack you upside the face, show him the other one said, hey, I need a matching set. Of course it's going to hurt like hell. But he wanted to show and prove somehow that followers of Christ, followers of God, are supposed to be a benefit, supposed to be beneficial, helping each other out. Not subjugating or be subjugated. In the Old Testament, they got people knocking each other out and screaming at God, you got to give it to me because I need to do this. I need to be great. I need to do this. And yada, 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 yada. And we're seeing today other people doing the same damn shit. Our political leaders, the military leaders, top military so-called leaders, kicking out the other people who knew better. And yeah, we got faith leaders telling us what they think, what their ego says. It's not what God, not what Christ wanted. It's what they wanted. I see it, I hear it, I observe it, I record it, I talk about it. You're going to ask, what's in it for me? He's angling. Christ never wanted an angle. He wanted a reality check. He wanted truth. He wanted honesty. He wanted humans being humans. way he thinks it should have been. And it's hard to be that way, especially when you're trained in the opposite direction. Because I've seen myself go through that shit. I've done things I don't like. I like it in myself, and I didn't like it doing it to others. And it hurts people. When you go through recovery programs, after discovering what kind of an asshole you've got inside, what kind of a problem and issue that you've spread around the world, there's a thing called amendment. The Fourth Amendment. Not constitutional, but way that you're taking an inventory of yourself, know who you've hurt, and willing enough to make amends, no matter how far, how long it takes, whatever it takes. If the person's satisfied, you made your amends. It's not just enough to say, I'm sorry, I apologize. No. What do you want me to do to make amends for the situation? How can I rectify this? And it's up to the person who got hurt to say, I need this, or I don't need this. And if it isn't, if you can't make the amends, let's say if you happen to get yourself into a situation where it becomes impossible for you to do anything, don't force it. Don't force it. Just pray, turn it over, let it go, live your life, and hope that one day in heaven you can make amends. But on earth, you deal with what is right now. And it should be as it should be. And I can't stress it enough about that one. I'm already screwed up right now in the head as it is. There have been people I can't even make amends to. I'd like to try, but I can't. So I'm trying to live the life I can, and maybe help somebody else out if I can. If it works, fine. But if it doesn't work, well then I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. To tell you the truth, I don't know. But right now, we got people leading us over the edge. I'm not willing to follow those assholes. I tell my story as best as I can. I try to tell people what I think, what I feel, what it is. But I am not forcing shit down your throat. I'm not going to force shit down your throat and say you have to listen to me because I said so. No. You listen because you choose. I'm saying things I need to get off my chest. If it's alright, fine. If it isn't, well, shit happens. But I am not forcing crap down people's throats saying, you must think this, and you must. No, I am not saying that. It's on you, it's on your choice. It's on you. You listening to this thing. You listening to all my blathering that I've been doing for so many years. I am not well spoken. I am not well educated. I just grew up under a lot of crap happening these days. I'm still trying to struggle with it. And if it doesn't mean as much for people, then it doesn't mean as much for people. And I'm not going to stress over this shit. I'm not changing governments. I'm not changing people. I am changing me. Because I'm already screwed up in the head right now as it is. What else do they want from me? What do I want from me? What do I want from me? Somebody going to explain that one to me? I don't know. But I'm dealing. I'm coping. And that's all I'm doing. And if that isn't good enough for somebody else, well then God be with them, God love them, have a nice day, and I'm me. That's what I am. So, you guys try to have, if you're of the Christian faith, you have a happy Easter. For everybody else, you try to have a happy Easter if you can. That being said, guys, I still got a basket. I gotta find stuff for and fill it up. But I also gotta feed this mutt first. That's a priority right now. We're both hungry. The Maltus. Oh, no, that's for the other one. When I do that for Reverend Ed on Church Without Walls, he's following a culture's way of greeting, salutations, and departure. And he goes, wait. It's KWE. It's pronounced with a G. Quay. And it's a friendly greeting between friends. I like it. He also does the Maltus. I wouldn't even know how to spell that one. But it's like saying farewell until then. I'll do it between him and me. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be doing that to the rest of the people here, but quite, if I happen to see you, the Maltus, if we depart. But I will say, that being said,